I am so thankful for my snippets. Hello and welcome to Sober Living Snippets, where we live alcohol-free so we can heal our relationships, feel youthful again, and ditch regret and shame. Oh, baby, it's snippet time. Hi, gals. Thanks for coming. Before we do anything, I'm sending love and blessings and peace and joy out to you Americans. Happy, happy Thanksgiving. And I truly hope it's not a stressful day for you. It's so ironic for us. You know, it's these lovely days that are supposed to be so family-oriented that can be so hard when alcohol is a problem for us. So I'm sending you love and prayers and hopes that you are not having a stressful day. Now, let's get to it. This week, we're on a mission. We are on a mission, not just today, this week. We're really, really going at it here. You know, as we wind down 2024, this energy is starting to build. This energy is starting to build. If you're not feeling it yet, I'm here to help build it in you. And what is that energy? Here's what the energy is. We are not going to let this year fizzle. You know, what most people do is they just kind of give up. Well, you know, it's November. I'll just get through the holiday season. And somehow on January 1st, I'm going to muster up some energy and build a whole new life. Wait a minute. Hold on a second here. Why do that? Instead, we can build our energy between now and January 1st, go out in a blazing glory, end this year in glory, and start January 1st already halfway to freedom, already on the path to freedom. So the energy's building, and I really want you to be with me on this journey. Don't allow it to just fizzle. Don't allow yourself to give in to that voice that's saying, oh my God, just survive the holidays. Don't expect much, just get through them. No, let's not do that. And you don't have to do that. You really do not. I mentioned to you yesterday that I have a Black Friday deal for you, and I do. It's freaking amazing. But I have to tell you, it's going to end probably before Friday because I'm getting so many people, I'm just not going to be able to fulfill on it. I haven't closed it yet, though. The deal is simple. All you have to do is give me your name and your email. Just send me your information, and I will meet with you 5 times and coach you over 5 days. 30 minutes, 5 coaching sessions, just you and me. Completely free. Totally free. I mean, it's insane. As I said, my coach is just, I don't even understand what you think you're doing here, Becca. But I'm doing it, and I'm so excited. I've already started, by the way. I've been meeting with women all week already. We started on Monday. I've got people on my calendar today. I've got people on my calendar tomorrow, etc., and it's coming up. Are you on my calendar? If you're not, I don't know what you're waiting for. I really don't. Okay, so that's my little pep talk, and I haven't even gotten into the topic of today's snippet. Today, I want to talk to you about the second C in Prof. Becca's Radical Transformation Method. The first C, we talked about it yesterday, and that was radically connecting, radical connection. The second C is centering or radical center. What I'm talking about here is getting centered, learning how to handle our emotions so we don't have to use the bottle to cope. So when something comes up, we're not running off to the bottle because we're upset or we're anxious or we're depressed or whatever the emotion might be, or we're in fear or we're resentful or whatever it is, we're running off to the bottle. So we must deal with this. Yesterday we talked about first we get connected, and the first thing that we work on is how to handle our emotions without having to drink. So that is super important. And this is, of course, how I help women to get sober. Now, there are things that you can do. You have to learn how to handle your triggers. We've got to learn a daily self-care routine so that we understand how to handle our emotions. Things like meditation, journaling, breathing, and many, many more strategies. But we've got to learn how to handle our emotions, or we're never, never, never going to get that emotional maturity, that emotional sobriety we need for happy, sober living. And this is work, right? And of course, we want somebody there guiding us through this radical centering. so that we know how to center ourselves and we're not just falling apart when life invariably and inevitably happens, which is exactly what it will do, right? That's what we're here for. We're here to learn from our challenges. We can't run from them. We can't curl up in a ball, and we can't hide from them in a bottle. We can try, but it just won't work. So radical centering means taking on a self-care routine so that you know how to look after yourself when life gets difficult. But it's about more than just learning routines. It's about following through on them and being accountable to ourselves and trusting ourselves and not falling victim to perfectionism or procrastination or fear or the many other reasons that we put off looking after ourselves. It's really hard to stick with a self-care routine when we're all alone. I know that we've all done that. Today is going to be different. Today I'm starting over. That's it. I'm going to 3 times a week, or every day I'll do this. Or we all have these great intentions. I know all my life I tried that and I could never stick with it. Why? Because of the first radical C, not connected to someone else. And so in order to do radical centering, meaning knowing how to look after our emotions, takes time. We put together a routine that works for us, and then we need to practice it over time. And we need support in order to do that. There are many ways we can center. One of my favorite is learning how to release emotions. Emotional releasing is so powerful. You know, for most of my life, I just let my emotions I just wouldn't let them out. I thought it was a sign of weakness. I didn't cry for years because I learned early that it didn't get me anywhere. You know, it was like I'd been through some crap in my life and I thought, well, that was pointless. You know, I even got laughed at for crying, right? So I just stopped. I stopped allowing emotions out. And that is really, really dangerous. And when I learned that it's important to release emotions, to acknowledge them, that they're there for a reason, not just tears, but anger, frustration, resentment, we can't just hold them back unless we want to get sick. We will get sick. We try to drink them away, and when that doesn't work, they just get tighter and tighter. It shows up in our body as pain, as real illness, and then we're just a mess, right? So radical clearing is really allowing emotions to flow, finding the way that works for us, and we don't want to try and do this alone. In addition to clearing, we've got a journaling practice. Hopefully, you're willing to do a journaling practice. A meditation practice is always a good idea. But you don't have to do all of these. But how do you set up the routine that's right for you? You know, one of the most amazing things that I've learned is that we can actually just set aside time to release emotions. We don't even have to wait for them to come up. We can literally set aside a time and allow emotions to come, and we learn how to work with them in a healthy way. And also, of course, when they come up naturally, we know how to release them. You know, last week we were studying Florence Scovel Shinn's amazing little book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. And in it, she told us over and over again that our 2 biggest enemies are fear and doubt. But I want to point something out here. If you're feeling fear, if you're experiencing fear for some reason, then it's important to know how to handle fear, because we can't just deny it. We can't just run from it. We can't just say to ourselves, oh my God, I'm afraid. Fear is bad. Fear's the enemy. I can't be afraid, and push it back and push it back. That will make us sick. So we have to learn how to acknowledge, okay, I'm feeling fear, and understanding why it's there, acknowledging that it's playing a role, and then knowing how to release it in a healthy way. So this is radical clearing, so important to recovery, to a full and rounded recovery. If you want help with this, there will never be a better time than right now to go to the show notes, click the link in there. You'll get all the information you need and a little space where you can put your name and email, and someone on my team will find a spot on my calendar for you. And then you and I will do 5 coaching sessions together, totally free. I can hardly wait to meet you. Come and sign up so that we can get you started and take 2024 out on a high note, not a fizzle. Not a fizzle. There'll be no fizzling. No fizzling allowed for 2024. It's a very important time to just write off 6 weeks or 5 or 6 weeks of our life because it just feels like too much effort is just, wait a minute, hold on a second, right? Why would we want to do that? let's not just hold on until the first. Let's do it now, gals. Let's do it now. So I look forward to seeing your name pop up on my calendar so that I can hear your story and give you the 4 radical C's personally, and especially explain to you how to apply them to your particular specific situation. Because no 2 people are alike, are they? We've got a lot in common, but we're also individuals. Thanks for grabbing your snippet, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back tomorrow so we can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.